Hi, I'm Nitin Gera, co-founder and global operations head for Aero Digital Labs. I think that is the way the whole healthcare industry would move, focus on the individuals, lie the responsibility of healthcare on an individual doorstep. So each one of us have to look at how are we able to upkeep our health, upkeep health of our family, friends using technology. Example could be wearables, example could be smartwatches, smartphones, smart jewelry, smart clothes. We could also look at how smartphones are enabling us to take control of our health and betterment. And that's what I feel is just an example. Uh, one way we could look at things, or one futuristic, or maybe the current scenario is I'm wearing a smartwatch. It gives me alerts when it sees the pulse rate going beyond normal. I will get an alert. My family would get notified. My physician would get notified. All of these can then look at what's wrong with me. Am I in the need of emergency health, or am I doing something which I'm not supposed to be? Maybe running on the road in a polluted city. So a lot of these things. Technology would enable, technology would allow people to take charge of their day-to-day activities, whereby healthcare, instead of being thought about as an activity when we visit a doctor or a hospital, would become a day-to-day routine activity for us. So, building on the preventive healthcare, one of the things that we see happening all around globally as well as in India, uh, the whole focus on preventive healthcare and associated devices and services is growing by leaps and bounds. To give an example, in countries like US, UK, China, the whole wearable market has grown by about 288% over last 3 years. In India, year on year, it is growing at about 170 odd percent. And this is where we are just talking about smartphones, smart wearables, but we are yet to see the point where nano chips, nano measurement devices will hit us. All of that put together should actually help us be in lot more control of our health and our betterment compared to where we are. So the trend is going to become more and more extreme. The way I look at it, the way I address it is, individualization of the healthcare. And if I look at the trend, this is not too difficult to imagine. The food services, transport services, all of those are going from organized to a individual setup. So B2B to B2B2C or B2C. Same thing has to happen to the healthcare as well. Instead of looking at an annual checkup as a preventive healthcare, the option would be to see how I did every day and whether there is a need for me to go back and look at or visit a doctor or a diagnostics lab or a physician or a physiology expert to see where am I doing wrong and what am I doing wrong and how can I do better with my overall body and health. So to give an example on how digital technology, talk about process automation, talk about artificial intelligence, how is that helping and enabling all this preventive healthcare? Think of it this way: I'm, carrying a smartwatch, and there are normal routine activities during which I could be climbing stairs, for example. I could be running on the road, or I could be picking up some heavy stuff. All of these lead to certain changes in my physiological metrics. Where AI would help is, it will try to map and identify whether this change in my blood metrics or in my body stats, vital stats, is it happening on a very frequent and regular basis? And if so, AI would realize that there is a need for an intervention here. Uh, and that intervention would get triggered in multiple ways. I would get an alert right when my heartbeat is going 50% beyond expected normal for my age group, for my kind of body condition. My family members could get notified, my doctor could get notified, and all of that put together could mean that I'm due for a checkup, I'm due for some intervention. Now extend this logic to the hospitals. The X-rays could get read by AI. The medical devices which take my blood sample, could be doing whole lot of check. Maybe I went in only to get my SpO2 level checked, but it could also say that, by the way, there are traces of impurities in the blood, which means I could have a problem with my renal function. So that's where AI would help in identifying problems when they are not really problems, when they are just initial symptoms, and that could aid in getting the cure and the correction done ahead of time, which is what we would have to think about when we say preventive healthcare. At Airo Digital Labs, see, we are very passionate about two things. One is the technology and what technology can do for all of us around, and specifically as a broad segment of healthcare, we have been very picky and particular that technology has a lot of role to play in that. That's what brought us all together, and that's what keeps the organization going. One of the things that we have been building over last 2 years, and by the way, this is still in infancy. We have been building a platform which will actually help do a lot of this. Specifically, we are focused on elderly and the senior care, whereby through devices, through technology intervention, monitoring of their health, alerting to their doctors, alerting to their caregivers would become very easy and convenient. The objective being, globally world has a growing and aging population, but there is not enough out there in the market which can address the health needs of this segment. For them, preventive healthcare becomes a lot more critical and important than a curative care. So that's what we are focusing on. That's what we are building, and objective is over next few years, especially aided by the whole COVID acceleration, technology plus preventive should be able to help get the senior and elderly get good coverage on their healthcare needs as is possible currently. Now, like I said, we have been building this platform over last couple of years, but what we also do realize is that to be able to do a good job of it, we need more enabling, more strength, more muscle in our organization, and by that I essentially mean two things. One is we need a lot more funds to speed up the journey of development and rollout of a platform like this, which we are referring to as Wiki right now internally. And the other part is we are also looking at becoming partner with organizations who are in the similar play field. These could be organizations which are focusing exclusively on the preventive care for seniors and elderly. These could be partners who are actually bridging the gap between a wearable stat to what needs to happen from the doctor and the physician and the healthcare side. So there are a whole lot of entities who need to come together, and that's what we are hoping to be able to accomplish in next 12 to 24 months. Bring in the like-minded partners, bring in the sufficient funds so that all of this put together can help speed up the journey. And perspective is this population of aging and seniors is growing to be 10 billion plus over next 5 years, essentially by 2025. And we want to be ready to service that segment as we reach that stage.